back in 2008. Now, when I first entered the world of porn, you know, I had an agent and everything, agent or manager or whatever. And he did a pretty good job, but what you have to keep in mind as a talent is that though your agent is there to help you and work with you, they're not going to do everything for you. They're not going to inform you about every detail of the shoots that you go to and even the talents that you're set to work with. Now they should. If I were ever an agent, I definitely would be very, very thorough with anyone I worked with as far as giving them the most information as possible about every shoot that they do and also who it is that they're working with. But, you know, usually agents and managers have a pretty extensive client base and, you know, they can't babysit you or hold your hand the entire time. So I guess my point is that when I first started in porn as a talent, I did not research every single person that I was set to do a scene with. I should have, but it was my first time out, my first trip out to California, and you know, I was such in survival mode of just, you know, like, I'm in a strange environment, I'm out of my element, I'm in a new industry, what's happening, what's going on, you know. These are all people that I've never met before. It was crazy. But I didn't research everybody that I was cast to do scenes with, and I wish I had. Now, on my, you know, second, third, and every trip after that until I moved out here, I did. But one scene that I did in particular was with somebody who I'm currently actually very disappointed in, because he currently has a very powerful position at a well-known studio, but he seems to have an incredibly immature mindset. Anyway, this particular person who I worked with is a bit of a very controversial performer, because he does not just work in the straight side of porn, meaning male on female sex, but he is also dabbled extensively in other areas of porn. And, you know, some people are fine with that. There's a lot of health risks involved when you're a crossover performer. And I think that if you are a crossover performer, you should be honest from out the gate with anyone that you work with, especially if they are new to the industry. But, you know, if I could go back in time, and then again, maybe events happen the way they did for a reason, who knows. But that would have been a shoot that I probably would not have done, because unfortunately this person's reputation attached a certain stigma to me, and possibly prevented me from being cast for other shoots with other companies that were not in agreement with his performance choices. So I guess the message that I wanted to send today is that whether you're a new or established talent, as soon as you find out that you're booked to do a certain scene, you know, even if you have to harass your agent to find out who you're going to work with, find out who you're going to work with, research their body of work, see what's going on with them, find out their reputation, because, you know, one scene can make or break your career. USSA 01 says, I mentioned before about the height of some female adult stars. Most are really short. They're like really, really tiny girls. I'm only about 5'6½", and compared to a lot of female performers, I feel like a giant. They're really tiny. The guys, a lot of times, are very small too. There's a few who are really tall or, you know, big. One of my favorite scenes, and it's so funny because usually when people ask me about the favorite scene that I've done, I mention somebody else. But, you know, as I'm getting older, I'm looking back on certain scenes, and, you know, my own sexual taste is consistently evolving. But one of my favorite male talents, and he's a bit older, but he just got cast as the Hulk in a parody of the Marvel Comics Hulk comic book. He's playing the actual green guy. Lee Stone. Lee Stone. I enjoyed that scene with him. It was a foot fetish scene, actually. Sexy man. He's like a superhero for real. He's real, like, tall. He's got to be, like, at least 6'3", real, like, muscular. He's cool. You know, he would probably be a good boyfriend to have, because if anyone messes with you, I don't think anyone would mess with you if he was your boyfriend, because he'd just be like, yeah, yeah. But no, he's a tall guy. There's like different types of performers, you know. Two of the most popular female performers, come to think of it, are taller than average. You got Riley Steele, beautiful blonde girl, looks like a little Barbie doll. She's pretty tall. I think that she's probably 5'7" or 5'8". And of course, you have Tori Black, who I think she's about 5'8" too. Tall, slim girl. Who else is tall? Brianna Banks, she's a tall girl. Jenna Jameson really wasn't that short. She's, I think, around my height, about 5'6". Who else? Tara Patrick, she was tall, or is tall. She's still around. I have a feeling she's going to make a comeback. Naomi Banks. Oh, that's something to talk about. Naomi Banks just came out with a brand new compilation title. And she's actually making history with it, because I think that she's the first black woman to, I'm not sure if she directs this title or is releasing it in conjunction with Elegant Angel or what, but it's called Hardcore. And if you go into Elegant Angel, I think it's Elegant Angel, let me make sure. It might be Evil Angel, I'm not sure. Yeah, elegantangel.com. If you go to elegantangel.com and you enter, you'll see Naomi Banks' new release, which is entitled Hardcore. It is her first release in which she does a gangbang, I believe. I don't think she's ever done gangbang before, but she does for Elegant Angel. The box cover looks beautiful. I mean, they did a really good job on this box cover. She looks fantastic. And you know what? I mean, most of their box covers have the girls topless or something, but she's just wearing like a sexy little bikini thing. Her makeup looks great, hair looks great, you know. So I think it's like a Gonzo release. I saw the preview. Y'all can go to elegantangel.com and look at the preview. But good for her. That looks pretty, you know, it's a little bit too hardcore for me to watch, but I might watch it anyway. Who knows? But yeah, Naomi Banks, she's pretty tall. There's from what I can assess, the most heralded adult stars usually are tall. Now, there's a few who are popular who are short, but you wouldn't really know that they're short from a photograph, because they're usually proportioned girls with long legs. But when you meet them in person, you're like, where are you? You're so little. Yeah, so I hope that answers that. Daryl Hannah, tall blonde woman. Puma Swede, she's tall. Who else is tall? You have me really thinking about this now. Who's a tall male? Nick Manning. There's a new guy that I have just noticed, 19 years old, just entered the adult entertainment world. His agent is actually my first agent / manager, and their website is currently ama-worldwide.com. Let me look up this little motherfucker, because he's hot. I have a feeling that we are going to see him around, because I cast him. Hot little guy. Let me see what his name was. But he was tall, and he had real good-looking multiracial guy. I actually would love. His name is Alex Janjanin. He's out of Florida. I can't tell what ethnicity he is. He could be Latin. He could be a light-skinned black guy. He could be multiracial. I don't know. But I'll tell you what would make a beautiful scene. A scene with him and Bethany Benz. So that's going to be about it for this broadcast. I want to thank everybody for watching. And if you want to see the archive of this show, I'll go ahead and upload that later tonight. You can view that on youtube.com/Monica at Home. And of course, you can always access all the archives of this show, well, at least most of them, on www.monicaathome.com. And again, don't forget to add me to your Twitter, twitter.com/Monica Foster. Have a great night, everybody. Mwah.